Going to take a break, 39-32 here. You're listening to EC 103.1.
Eureka College Red Devils basketball is made possible by Cornerstone Family Restaurant of Eureka. Locally and family-owned for nearly 25 years by Michael and Donna Sweeney, Cornerstone Family Restaurant serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day. They are open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Sundays, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Dine-in, carry-out, or order online, Cornerstone Family Restaurant is located on Center Street on the west edge of Eureka. Get more information or order online at cornerstone-family-restaurant.com.
And welcome back to second half coverage here on EC 103. Kareem Burnett with my broadcast partner, Matthew Swan. Matthew, the Red Devils have been able to cut this down from an 11-point lead to a 7-point lead. Some quick transitions, back-to-back buckets. What have you liked coming out of this half?
I mean, yeah, overall, already here in the second half, they've been starting to find their groove. We saw in that last play, on that bucket by Bird, maybe playing with a little bit more aggression and, motivation, and that's obviously going to help them be able to drive and succeed later on in this game.
Yeah, Bird got his shot blocked by Meeker, and it was a bit of some words said, and he kind of picked Meeker up full court and kind of turned his intensity up, since maybe that was something that we needed, a bit of poking the bear. We got Hurley bringing it up, getting some sets call from his coach. Thought about the DHO to Jane. DHO is dribble handoff, and it's going to be a turnover there from Hurley. Red Devils basketball. Wait, ref discussing it. And ball going to stay here with Cornell. The veteran ref had the last say-so on whose ball it was. It's going to be Hurley inbounded it here. He's going to take it from side out of bounds. Hurley inside to Meeker. Meeker got Bird on him. A bit of miscommunication defensively. Jane, corner three, knocked down. And Jane knocks down the sixth triple here for Cornell.
And Jane been waiting all night for that three. Finally able to knock it down there.
Johnson tried to respond with his own three. Tapped out to Bird. Bird has Wilson open. Wilson into Banzamuna. Banzamuna mid-range. No good. I feel like he rushed that one. Hurley.
Yeah. And, I mean, there's still a lot of time left here in the second half. There's no need to rush.
A great up and under move there by Hurley. He kind of got Banzamuna in the air with the pump fake and was able to finish. Bird, high post on Brown. Brown up and under, able to get in. Pee Wee Brown doesn't look like a super muscular guy, but he kind of has that wiry strength, good at backing his defender down.
Yeah, Brown only 180 pounds, but he's still able to use all of that muscle that he has on him.
A little give and go action there from Engel. Engel pops out for the three, not able to get it. Brown comes down with the rebound. Bradbury picking him up the full length of the court. Getting light pressure there from Bradbury. Brown thought about it. Banzamuna, left corner three. Over to Wilson. Wilson screen there by Bird. Bird rolls off the screen. Bird is fouled there by Bradbury, I believe it is. It's going to be Meeker fouling Bird there. Bird's going to earn himself a trip to the line. Cut into this lead a bit.
Eureka 75% at the line.
That's super efficient. As a team shooting 75%, that's extremely efficient. Something we might need to look into doing more as Bird knocks his first free throw down. I believe this is Bird's second trip to the free throw line of the night. We got some substitutions here for Cornell. Barnett checking into the game for Bradbury. His first minutes of this half. Bird trying to make it 2 for 2 at the line. Bird able to knock that one down. Curly inside to Meeker. Bird picking up Meeker full court. A little bit of chatter between these two. Meeker tried to set the screen there. Hurley blocked by Banzamuna. Wilson down with the rebound. Wilson pushing it. Wilson over to Bird. Bird thought about it. Corner three, Pee Wee Brown. Not able to get that one. Jane comes down with the rebound. Brown tried to get another steal there. Hurley, 4-on-3, inside to Meeker. And Meeker almost a slam there, kind of lost his footing and laid it in at the last second.
Yeah, that would have gotten the crowd up and pretty wild there.
Banzamuna inside to Brown. Brown spin move through traffic, up and under. Brown, his own rebound, and one! Pee Wee Brown missed the first one, got his own rebound, and finished through the defense for the and one conversion.
Yeah, and that's why rebounds are so important. That's something Eureka didn't have a lot of in that first half, and that's clearly why, you know, they're going to help you later on.
I always say this, I feel like rebounding is the most underrated part of basketball. I used to say this a lot last season. I'm going to bring it back this year. Without getting forcing a turnover, the only way to close out a defensive stop is the rebound. You'll just be playing defense forever, especially offensive rebounding. You're able to get your team extra opportunities like we've seen Brown just do and earn himself 2 free trips. And we're going to get another offensive rebound. And Banzamuna cleans up the offensive rebound again. Red Devils trail this game by 6 now.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we were talking about right there, especially that offensive rebound. Eureka just expanding the amount of opportunities they're getting in the second half.
Red Devils picking up the intensity on both ends. It's Bird guarding Meeker. Meeker, spin move on Bird. Meeker able to get the 2. Meeker getting into his bag a bit. We've seen a lot of post-up opportunities, high and low, for both of these teams.
Yeah, and I mean, both of them have stepped away from the 3 a little bit. I only think there's been 1 3-pointer made here in this half so far on account of Jane from the Rams.
Wilson gonna take a 3, not able to get it. And it's gonna be Barnett down with that defensive rebound. Wilson hearing it from the crowd with that air ball. Ingle up and over, and one over Banzamuna. That was just a great move here by Ingle. He was able to get it over Banzamuna while drawing the contact and finishing through the contact, which is the most important part. Gonzalez checking into this game for Wilson.
Yeah, and if I'm being honest, I'd rather have the Red Devils maybe. Obviously, it's not ideal to just give up the easy bucket, but at that same time, I mean, now you have a foul on top of it, so he has that opportunity to score that extra point, in which he does.
51-40 here, 14:50 remaining in this second half and of this game in general. Red Devils still looking to get back in it and cut it down to 6 at one time, now back up to double digits. Gonzalez finds himself top of the key. Banzamuna gonna try a corner 3, gonna knock down a corner 3. And Bray Banzamuna blowing kisses to the crowd after making that big 3. Hurley.
You need a player like him on every single team.
And Hurley is blocked by Gonzalez, tried to go for the dunk, and Gonzalez wasn't having it. Brown in transition, gonna draw another foul. Something Pee Wee Brown is exceptional at doing.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about the Red Devils staying away from their 3-point shooting. They were only 2 for 16 coming into this half, and they're starting to push in the paint a little bit more, and they're getting more opportunities at the line, which has very much helped them here in the second half.
Free throws will slowly get you back into the game. Not only does it stop the clock, but it gives you opportunity to put points on the clock without it moving. Pee Wee Brown not able to make that first free throw. A little bit of frustration. As I mentioned, his free throw percentage is something he's worked on to improve his entire career, and I've watched it unfold with my own eyes. Brown looking to split here. Brown not able to knock down either free throw, so the lead remains 8 for Cornell College. 51-43. You're listening in to EC 103.1. Hurley, spin move on Gonzalez. Hurley up and under, able to finish over Gonzalez.
And I mean, that's just so hard to defend. The Red Devils did everything right there, but Hurley's just able to adjust, and you saw him make that 360 and still be able to knock down that bucket.
Yeah, a guy, he spins left and then finish right with his right hand. Not a lot you can do there. Almost a turnover. Gonzalez thought about a midi. Out to Brewer. Brewer, Ingle on him. Inside. Brown working Barnett. Carter fires up a triple. No good. Ingle down with her board. Ingle pushing it up. Gonna slow it down. Wait for his teammate. He's working Gonzalez one-on-one. Brown tips it out of bounds. And it's gonna be Red Devils ball. I guess it went off the hands of Barnett last.
And I mean, I saw Pee Wee tracking that ball the entire time, and that's exactly why you want to stay with the play, because right there he's able to give the Red Devils another chance here.
I believe Pee Wee finished top 5 in steals average and total steals in the SLIAC conference last year. A complete ball hawk, and Ben Carter going to get hit with a travel here. Carter, his first time checking into this half. Maybe a bit of nerves there, but on that spin move, he kind of lost his pivot.
Yeah, and we've seen a few players do that, especially on Cornell. There's been a few times I thought some of them might have traveled. It didn't seem like they did, but it definitely has been very close, and there Carter gets called for it.
And we kind of mentioned this. We've seen a lot of posting up, and in the post-ups, during the post-up is where your pivot foot comes to your advantage the most, and it can be kind of tricky. As Hurley just burrows his way to the basket, and he's going to let Carter hear it as he scores over him. Gonzalez over to Brewer. Hurley pounding him defensively. We're going to slow it down. He's going to find Carter. Carter over to Gonzalez. Gonzalez backing it back out. LaSalle on him. Bird, mid-range jumper. Not able to get it. Meeker tracks down the rebound. Meeker pushing it. Going to slow it down. Carter guarding him. And Cornell has been extremely patient offensively as Meeker goes up over Carter. Not able to get it. Jacobson tried to come down with it. Jacobson going to get an offensive foul, I believe. A loose ball foul for Jacobson. Carter going to be the inbound man for Gonzalez. 55 to 43, about 12 and a half remaining in the first half. Red Devils don't want to let this game get too far away from them. Moving the ball on that perimeter like we've seen all night. Gonzalez.
I'd like to see Carter with the ball here a little bit more. If I remember correctly from watching last year, he was a pretty decent three-point shooter.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of Carter in this game. He was, as mentioned, he was a big-time player for us last year, third in scoring, a knockdown shooter. He could get hot in the second, but we haven't seen a lot of Ben Carter in this game so far.
Yeah, and I know I trust in his three-point shooting, but at the same time, he has to believe in himself, too, to be able to knock those down.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if I'm trusting anyone shooting on this team, I'm trusting Carter. Just got to find his groove. We've seen that a lot last year. He will have some games where he will maybe in a slump, but when this guy gets hot, he can shoot it with the best of them. It's going to be Hurley inbounded here as the Red Devils knock down a free throw to cut it down to 10. Brown almost a steal there, a bit of a gamble. Barnett corner three that not able to knock it down. Carter tracking down the rebound. Carter pushing the length, working on Hurley. Thought about it. Going to kick it in. Gonzalez, floater, no good. Jacobson, Hurley, one man to beat. Hurley against Brewer, up and under, and one. Hurley finishes over Brewer. And Hurley letting his teammates hear it, letting the crowd hear it. He's talking his stuff. That foul is going to go against Brewer, his first foul of the night. 57 to 45. 57 to 45. Red Devils trail by 12.
Yeah, I like the first one better.
Yeah, I mean, the Red Devils had cut this game down to 6 at one point. And, I mean, we've kind of seen that all game where we get it down to single digits and we slowly let Cornell get it back up to double digits. Cornell now lead this game by 13. I believe that's the biggest lead of this game so far.
Yeah, and, I mean, like we were talking about, the Red Devils did have that little hot streak to this second half early on.
Brewer able to get into the lane and finish over Hurley with that floater.
But yeah, just like that first half, they're kind of starting to slip away a little bit here.
Yeah. Ingles bringing it up, giving it to the hot man Hurley. Hurley back into that spin move. Jacobson fires up a triple. No good. Gonzalez rebound. Gonzalez bringing it up the right side. He's going to find Brewer. Brewer looked like he thought about it for a second. He's dancing. Hurley guarding him. Brewer going to shoot it from deep. Not able to get it. Robinson tracks down the rebound. Robinson pushing it up. Robinson finds Burnett in traffic. Burnett, pump fake. Finishes on the left side of a Brown. And the crowd getting into it now. The Red Devils might look to slow it down. Gonzalez, top of the key, going to do exactly that.
Yeah, I mean, the Rams really starting to heat up here and speed things up. Obviously, the Red Devils want to be able to slow that down and control the possession of the ball.
Pee Wee Brown struggling to get up for a bit. I guess he got fouled on that play. It's going to stay Red Devils basketball. We got about 10 and a half remaining in this game. 60 to 47. Pee Wee Brown actually going to check out of the game. I believe he's poked in his eye. Kareem Burnett, Matthew Swan right here on EC 103.1. Gonzalez inbounds it. He's finally able to get it into Brewer. Brewer left wing. Logs in inside to Bird. Bird. And we're going to get a blocking foul, and Bird, that should be an and one. And it is going to be an and one, 49-60. And Bird has been great in that dunker spot. We've seen the Red Devils kind of do this 4 out, 1 in. They got one guy in the high post or the low post, and it's been Bird and Jesus most of this game. And Bird has found himself in that dunker, just getting easy points and one opportunities just like that.
Yeah, and Bird not afraid to play against any contact, using all 6'5" of his body to be able to convert those 2 points there.
And Bird guarding Meeker here. Stand on him heavy. Meeker thought about it, kicking it into Barnett. Barnett maybe got away with a little push. Not going to fall. It's going to be Red Devils basketball. It's just tipped out by Meeker. Still a lot of game left. 10 minutes. That's basically an entire quarter. You're only down 10. Today's game, 10 points is not a big lead, as we've seen the Red Devils cut into it numerous times. Dribble handoff to Logsdon. Logsdon looking for Brewer. Going to find Brewer on that handoff. Jane guarding him. Brewer. Crossover move. Looking for Bird on the inside. He's got Burnett guarding him. Robinson there on the help side. Robinson tips it as Brewer tries to make the pass. Burnett dribbling it up. Going to find Jane in open traffic. Jane trying to finish over Carter. He's able to finish over Carter for the 2 points. Gonzalez over to Brewer. Brewer inside. He's got Meeker guarding him. Logsdon corner triple. No good. Carter with a bit of a rebound and tap pass to Gonzalez for it. Easy 2-for-1 rebound, bucket, and assist.
Good job up there by Carter to be aware of his surroundings and get that pass down.
And that's just a high IQ move that we know Carter is extremely adept at making. As he's seen, as you said, he's seen Gonzalez just sitting right there in the dunker. Instead of coming down with it, he just tapped it in. And we're going to get an off-ball foul. Barnett is hit with that foul. Yeah, Barnett is hit with that foul. I believe it was against Gonzalez. Red Devils in an interesting situation here. 9 minutes remaining. 62-52 here. A chance to cut it down to single digits.
Yeah, and obviously they want to continue to slow the pace like we've been mentioning all game, but at that same time you want to be able to make those quick decisions. And I mean, like we saw Carter on that last play, just being able to pass the ball really without even looking. He just knew Gonzalez was there, and it ended up really well for Eureka.
We're going to get a timeout, so we're going to take a quick break here. Matthew Swan, Kareem Burnett on EC 103.1.
Eureka College Red Devils basketball is made possible by City Blue Technologies of Peoria, an Epson distributor serving Central Illinois. Did you know that North America consumes around 100 million pounds of toner powder annually? This is the equivalent of more than 2.5 billion plastic bottles, 9.5 billion plastic bags, or 116 billion plastic straws. Epson now has precision core heat-free printing as an alternative to laser printers. Learn about sustainable printing solutions from City Blue Technologies at citybluetechnologies.com.
And welcome back to second half coverage here on EC 103.1. I'm Kareem Burnett with my broadcast booth partner, Matthew Swan. Matthew, Red Devils trailing this game by 14, now trailing by 10, 62-52. 9 minutes remaining. What are the Red Devils going to have to do to kind of get back and close this game out?
Yeah, I mean, they're obviously going to have to continue to get those offensive rebounds. Those have helped significantly in getting them to where they are right now. They were down by more than 10 after that first half, and here they are only within just barely double digits. So offensive rebounds are going to be huge, and just continuing to pass the ball around.
As we see Bird able to finish over Meeker and Bradbury, and he's getting it going. I think he's up to 8 points in this second half. We got Jane firing up a corner triple. Logsdon going to track that down. Logsdon serve in it, not going to rush it too much. You know, he's a smart player. Bird over to Carter. Carter thought about it, going to drive. Carter making his move. And Carter draws the foul as Jane kind of got his hand stuck in the cookie jar. That'll be Jane's third foul of the night. Marion Bird up to 15 points and 9 rebounds. 3 of those rebounds being offensive rebounds. So he's all over the floor tonight, making an immediate impact. Carter, his first trip to the line for his first points of the night. And he's going to knock it down to 1-1. The Red Devils are in the bonus. That's something to look forward to, meaning every foul will be a 1-1 until you get in the double bonus. Red Devils now only trail by 7 with a chance to cut it to 6. This Ben Carter free throw. You see the ref kind of telling some Cornell and Red Devils player to chill out as Bird and Jane have some back and forward. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with friendly competition.
Yeah, I mean, smack talk in every sport is obviously, I think, should be okay. I mean, it means that you really want to be there and compete against your opponent.
It's part of the game. Early spin move on Carter, able to get that soft touch. An early spin move within 5 feet of the basket has just been money. Brewer, corner triple, knocked down. Big shot there by Micah Brewer as he's able to cut this down to a 5-point lead, 59-64.
Good job there by Brewer to do a quick catch and shoot, be able to knock down that three-pointer.
Meeker, pump fake, got Carter in the air, not able to finish it. Lofton trying to track it down, gonna end up in the hands of Jane. Thought about a triple, maybe left his feet a little bit there. Meeker, Carter guarding him one-on-one, no help side. Carter, great defense. Corner triple by Bradbury. Bradbury answers Michael Brewer's triple with his own to push it back up to an 8-point lead.
Yeah, and that's the risk of kind of not really running up to your defender and just letting him shoot. And as we see, that's what can happen.
Gonzalez, pump fake, jab, mid-range jumper over Hurley. They looked at him after the bucket. Hurley working Carter. Carter gonna get hit with the foul here. A little too aggressive on that Hurley drive. Hurley has absolutely turned it up in this game. Hurley is up to 19 points in this game, and a majority of that has came in the second half. I mean, he did have eight in the first half. Now 11 in this second half, and still 7 minutes remaining in the ball game.
Yeah, and we saw Hurley's game plan change up a little bit. In that first half, he was really just shooting for threes, and in the second half, we've seen him become a little bit more aggressive and playing the paint.
Carter gonna get hit with his second back-to-back foul, and I believe that will get Cornell in the bonus, if I'm not mistaken. Carter a little over-aggressive when trying to guard, kind of sticking his leg out a little bit. Most coaches just say move your feet to get defense. And Meeker, Carter gonna get hit with a third foul. That's 3 fouls in a row for Carter, and this one gonna be an and one as Meeker able to finish over Carter. 3 quick fouls.
Yeah, Carter obviously maybe just wants to relax a little bit here, and like we keep saying, just slow things down. Still a little over 7 minutes left, so no need to really rush into anything.
Yeah, I believe the refs aren't being lenient with their whistles, so Carter kind of has to be familiar with that and play a little bit less aggressive, play defense without fouling. Carter makes a move, try to get it inside. It's going to be a kick ball from Ingle. 70-61, a little under 7 minutes remaining. You're listening in to EC 103.1, Kareem Barnett, Matthew Swan here. A lot of time left in this game, a lot of time. Gonzalez, the inbound man, in the Bird. Bird trying to finish over Meeker. And Bird able to draw his own foul there.
Yeah, I mean, I really wanted him to knock that down, as you can tell.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. And one would have went a long way here as we just gave up one on the opposite end.
I'm still trying to find that balance right now, just between a fan and a commentator.
Hey, they say we're supposed to be unbiased, but we are Red Devil students. You're a Red Devil athlete, so I mean, there's going to be some bias in there. We can't help be a little bit biased.
Yeah, that's right. Especially as the game gets a little bit more competitive, too. It's always in those final minutes of every game that gets really exciting.
Marion Bird up to 16 points. Trying to make it 17 here, cut down to this lead. And he's able to do exactly that, 63-70. We got some substitution. DeJesus going to check in for Bird. I would guess that Bird won't be out for that long, as he is currently on a bit of a tear in this second half. Yeah, Bird only had 6 points in that second half. Now he's up to 17, matching Hurley's 11-point second half performance. Speaking of Hurley, he has the ball. Benzamuna guarding him. Ingles step back 3 on Gonzalez, no good. Bradbury trying to track it down. And DeJesus did a great job of getting in front of Bradbury and not allowing him to get that offensive rebound.
Yeah, that's right. And now, I mean, that's obviously huge because if the Rams get that ball back, they have yet another chance to score. Instead, we see the Red Devils here almost, hopefully, about to convert something.
And Brewer going to throw that one away, get a backcourt violation. Lawson almost able to save it, but not quite able to get there. And those little mistakes like that can turn around and kind of bite you in the butt a little bit in a close game like this. You don't want those unforced turnovers. Forced turnovers are one thing, but unforced turnovers an entirely different thing.
Yeah, especially at this point in the game, you're only down. You're not down by a lot, and I mean, still a lot of time left too.
4-possession game. Hurley. Ingles with it, thought about it. Out to Hurley, Banzamuna on him. Over to Bradbury. Bradbury, corner triple. Rings in and out. Gonzalez down with the rebound, pushing it up the court.
Red Devils need to slow this down here.
I would agree with you there, Matthew. And you kind of been talking about that, you know, and that's kind of how we got that turnover on the previous possession. As Brewer throws up a floater and not able to get that one. Bit of a rush possession. Hurley drives on Banzamuna. Oh my God, great look there by Hurley as he kind of spin and he found Barnett cutting in that dunker spot. 72-63, Red Devils trail this game by 9.
Yeah, and once again, that's just being aware of your surroundings.
Banzamuna tried to cut into that lead with a deep triple, not able to get it. Ingle comes down with the rebound. You kind of mentioned this earlier, Matthew. Hurley switching up his game plan. He's being a lot more aggressive, getting downhill where he was settling in that first half. Maybe that's something we should try to get him back to do.
Yeah, I mean, and he wasn't super aggressive at the three-point line.
Jane tried to corner triple, no good there. Yeah, it wasn't super aggressive, but I mean, he's super aggressive getting downhill, attacking that basket.
Yeah, that's right.
Logsdon put a little move on Barnett. Banzamuna almost stripped there. Logsdon comes up with it. 16 on the shot clock. DeJesus wide open triple, not able to get it. Jane comes down with the rebound. 4.5 remaining in this ball game. Hurley with a turnover there. Gonzalez picks it up. Gonzalez going to take it himself. Jane the man to beat. Gonzalez able to finish over Jane. 65-72. We're going to take a timeout here. Only a 30 seconds, so we're going to stay here. 72-65. Red Devils trail this game by 7. Matthew, what are some things that we need to do to kind of value our possessions a little bit more?
So obviously, right, we want to keep the ball movement continuing. We want to keep passing the ball a little bit. And really just, it seems as if the Red Devils have adjusted their offensive sets. They were really involved in shooting at the three-point line in this first half. Obviously, they've stepped away from that a little bit, and that is the right decision, as we know they weren't that successful from the three-point line. And, I mean, really it's just about transitioning into defense to offense. We saw Gonzalez on that last play before this timeout, after that steal there, hustle down the court and be able to knock down that layup. And that's what you want to see, is just being able to transition in that type of manner.
Yeah, that was a great performance there by Gonzalez, able to turn defense into instant offense. And, you know, that's something we want to prevent on the other end. That's why we don't want to get turnovers. We don't want to give up those same easy points that Cornell did. Meeker driving in on Banzamuna, almost another turnover there from Cornell. Hurley, he has it. Shot clock winding down, about 12 seconds remaining on it. Hurley picks up his dribble. DeJesus guarded him well. Meeker, 6 seconds on the clock. Banzamuna. And Banzamuna, I believe, is going to be hit with that foul. That's Meeker. He caught Meeker on his drive. It's going to be Banzamuna. Blocking foul there, and that's kind of something we don't want to see. When you play defense that good, almost the entire 30-second shot clock, you don't want to bail a team out with a lackadaisical foul like that.
Yeah, and I mean, the only positive out of that is that he wasn't able to get the shot up, preventing that bucket.
Brown almost a steal there.
And the extra point.
And that was LaSalle, almost a big three there, and it's tapped out by Hurley. It's going to be Red Devils basketball coming this way. 72-65, only a 7-point game. That's about a 4-possession game in basketball terms. Still a lot of time for the Red Devils to try to close this one out. Brown Arnett guarding him. Brown, spin move, floater. No good. Meeker, rebound. Meeker with Brown guarding him. Brown trying to put some pressure on the ball. Meeker might have got away with a bit of a forearm. Hurley going to slow it down. DeJesus guarding him. He's going to get some isolation here. Looking for a pick and roll maybe. Hurley.
Rams definitely using a lot of clock here.
As you would think they would do in a close game like this. Give the Red Devils less and less possessions as possible. We got Bird at the scores table getting ready to check back in. Brown not seeing the help side, trying to go in, and that's blocked by Hurley. DeJesus offensive rebound. Banzamuna, Pravos deep three. Got it! Knocked down, big time shot there from Pravos to cut it down to 4. 72-68, a little under 3 minutes remaining in this game.
And there was that ball movement that we were talking about. You saw basketball on one side of the court kind of make its way all around the three-point line. Nice easy three there for Eureka.
That's what happened when the team runs zone. That swing pass will be available. And Banzamuna gets called for his 4th foul, I believe, of the game. Meeker earned himself to another trip to the line. I would disagree with that foul. I think Banzamuna got ball.
Yeah, and I mean, that's always something that the refs, have to pay very close attention to. It's not always the right call, but they just use their best judgment.
Can't knock him for that. Meeker able to knock down that first one. It's a 5-point game now, 73-68. Bird checking back into the game. Marion Bird got about a 3-minute breather. We last seen him about the 5-minute mark. But you know he will be in here the remaining of this ball game. As Meeker splits the free throws there. It's going to stay at a 5-point game. Gonzalez bringing it up on the right wing side. He has Hurley on him. Banzamuna, risky pass there. Brown inside the Bird. Bird seeing 2 as Meeker is the primary defender with Hurley on that help side. Bird picks up his dribble, and now he's in a risky situation. And Bird teammates, Red Devils, telling him to get off it. And we got Coach Wilde taking a timeout here. We're going to get a full timeout, so we will take a break. You're listening right here to the EC 103 broadcast. Green Burnett, Matthew Swan.
College Red Devils basketball is made possible by Wendy Puff Pizzeria and Pub in Eureka. Locally owned by Mike and Bob Mayo, Wendy Puff Pizzeria offers a unique variety of pizzas, appetizers, salads, and desserts. Wendy Puff is open Tuesday through Thursday from 4 to 9 and Fridays and Saturdays from 4 to 10. Wendy Puff Pizzeria and Pub at 112 South Main Street in downtown Eureka. They also offer online ordering at wendypuff.com.
And welcome back to broadcast coverage here on EC 103.1. Kareem Burnett with my broadcast partner, Matthew Swan. Red Devils trail this game 73-68. 5 points. They were originally down 14 at one point in this half. Matthew, what have you liked from the Red Devils to get back into this game?
I mean, really, they've just been doing everything that they were kind of lacking in that first half. Ball movement, proper spacing, just being able to adjust their offense, and we've seen a lot of a more transitional sense of play here from Eureka, allowing them to get within 5 points here with the Rams.
Yeah, they definitely have picked up the pace here, trying to get back into this game. Pravos thought about a mid-range there. Banzamuna, top of the key three. Not able to get it. Bird, offensive rebound. Bird is stripped. Pravos, the down with offensive rebound. Floater, not able to get it. It's a scramble for it. And it's going to be Cornell ball. As Red Devils touched it last, that was a bit of a bang-bang play. Nobody really could come up with that possession.
Yeah, a couple of almost open shots there for Eureka. Unable to knock those down. Those are the shots you want to see Eureka start to take late here in this game.
Yeah. Brown picking up Meeker full court, trying to put some pressure on him. Not going to let him dribble that clock out. Brown in his defensive possession. He's in Meeker's grill. He's going to reach. Meeker drives on Banzamuna. Meeker, just an easy 2-point there. And the interior defense was almost non-existent right there. Red Devils now trail about 7, 1.5 remaining in this game. Pravos, he's driving. Banzamuna thought about it, gonna drive. Banzamuna, pump fake, Gonzalez, midi, no good. Engel down with the rebound.
And see right there, I think Banzamuna maybe needs that little bit more confidence in that three-point shot. He had the time. He was pretty open, but he was a little slow on being able to get the ball out of his hands.
Yeah, I think that's kind of that. You know, like you said, the game is so close. I don't want to throw up a bad shot, but I think that was a good shot as Bird is kind of harassing Meeker. Meeker gets to a stop, pull up Jay, and Meeker with an ice-cold bucket there to get his team up by 9. And Red Devils have about 59 seconds in this game. They almost would need a miracle to come back here in the hands of Pee Wee Brown. Laseo guarding him. Brown looking for the screen. Bird not going to take it. Bird spinning, driving, out to Brown. Brown corner, and the Red Devils have just burned too much clock. Pee Wee Brown, and one! Pee Wee Brown is able to draw the contact and finish. 70-77 here, a little under 40 seconds remaining in this game.
Yeah, and Brown hit before even being able to get that shot up. Luckily, he was able to stick with it and bank it in.
It was a great bank shot there from Brown. He's not able to make the free throw, and Hurley going to come down with the rebound. And you got to think Cornell will just burn most of this clock, as it is only about a 10-second difference between the shot and game clock. We're going to get a call here. I think we're going to get a foul call on Brown. And it'll be Engel going to the line to try to make it a 9-point game. With about 26 seconds remaining in this game.
Yeah, and at this point, Eureka is just going to probably try to keep stopping the clock and make some really great offensive plays. And I mean, with only 26 seconds left, it's always hard to come back in a game like this, but it never means it's impossible.
You got Bird bringing it up. 7-point game here. Bravo's corner three. Not able to get it. Engel comes down with a defensive rebound. Red Devils putting some pressure on. About 16 seconds. Meeker thought about it. Going to dribble the clock out. And he's fouled by Bird. 10 seconds remaining. And this game is basically over. It's a 7-point game. 10 seconds remaining. Not really enough time for the Red Devils to come back here. What kind of went wrong in these last 2 or 3 minutes for the Red Devils?
I mean, really, it was just, you know, they were hot on offense, and then they started to fall off again. And that's obviously going to prevent the Red Devils from coming back. As there's that free throw made right there, but
I'll make it an 8-point game, and it's a 3-possession game right here. You're not really going to get 3 possessions in this game.
And on top of that slow end to the offense, their defense also started to slip away a little bit.
Brown going to snake in and get him the last 2 points. At the end of this game, 2.9 remaining, and we gotta think the Red Devils will just let the buzzer go off. And that'll do it. 78-72, familiar sights from last year, as we lost last year's game by 6 as well. And we kind of briefly touched on it, but I want to touch on it again before we get up out of here. Matthew, what are some positives and some negative takeaways from this game?
So positives, really, we started off hot on Eureka's side. Obviously, that started to slip away, but going back into that second half, we had that really hot start again. This time, though, we did start to extend it out a little bit longer, more space between our defenders. We were able to play in the paint more, be a little bit more aggressive. Obviously, on the negative side, our defense and offense, as I previously mentioned, did start to slip away just a little bit, allowing the Rams to barely get past us tonight.
Yeah, I like the Red Devils' intensity coming out of that second half. I feel like they kind of dug themselves too deep of a hole to come back, and that's not something that we want to see going further down in this season. But, you know, this is a non-conference game, so it doesn't count to the record, just an exhibition game. But even in losses, there are teachable moments. There are things you can take away from the game. But on behalf of our next broadcast of Eureka College basketball will be Saturday, November 16th. We will host Beloit College. You can watch on our sister TV station, ECTV. Coverage begins at 3 p.m. live from the City Blue Technologies broadcast booth. Eureka College basketball is made possible by City Blue Technologies, a lead Epson dealer serving Central Illinois. Wendy Puff Pizzeria and Pub in Eureka and by Cornerstone Family Restaurant Eureka. The executive producer of Eureka College is Dr. John Malone. Tonight's studio operator was Andrew Soти. On behalf of my broadcast partner, Matthew Swan, this is Kareem Burnett. Thanks for listening in to EC 103.1.
About heart and brain. Who's with me?
Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
And my brain is saying, when it's time to go home, somebody call me a ride.
Love that guy.
Me too.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those round trips, which are perfect on your way there and perfect on your way back? Or those meetings with friends, surprise parties, camps, birthdays. The same way you plan for the important moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Get started at ready.gov/plan.
Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
You took the first step and quit smoking, but even former smokers may still be at risk for lung cancer. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know about a new low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early. It takes only 60 seconds and could save your life. You took the first step, now take the next. Visit SaveByTheScan.org for a simple quiz to see if you're eligible and talk to your doctor about screening. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Are we back?
All right, welcome back here to the broadcast on EC 103.1. Kareem Burnett, Matthew Swan. We got start and lineup coming up and tip-offs following that soon. Again, Matthew, before tip-offs, any quick notes or pointers you want to go over before this game gets underway?
So yeah, I mean, obviously for Eureka, the Logsdon brothers are obviously a huge role. I mean, you've seen them play last season. Obviously, this is my first year physically in person watching, but we know Blake Logsdon, obviously, he's just an overall power tool. I mean, I think it's going to be a really big thing for him to continue his success from last year. Same with, a lot of the other returners, Ben Carter, we talked about, Pee Wee Brown, are just going to be common names that you keep hearing all night long.
It's something that I've never seen the Red Devils. They'll be starting junior Ray-Ban Zamuna. This is his third year with the program. I believe, at least off from what I've seen, this is his first time ever starting in a Red Devils jersey. You can correct me if I'm wrong, Matthew. So that's something I'm excited to see tonight.
Yeah, I mean, you're right about that. He did actually play in college on the 8th of November last year against Aurora. He did average 1.9 points a game, 1.3 rebounds, and 0.5 assists per game last season. So another key player.
Yeah, Ray, we are kind of small in the size department in terms of height and big man, but when you don't have the size, you kind of got to space the floor and run, and Ray can do that. His stats may not reflect that, but Ray-Ban Zamuna is a shooter.
Yeah, that's right. And even if you don't have all that size, that most likely means you're quick on your feet, and that's going to be a huge key for both teams in this game and something to look out for.
That's something I am looking forward to, us getting up and down the court, as we do have a smaller team. But tip-off is beginning. We'll have Bird and Meeker. They'll be the ones tipping the ball off. A very interesting game here. As we mentioned pregame, we did take the loss on the season, seeing if we can redeem. It's going to be Meeker tipping it off to Hurley. Hurley's going to bring it up. He's got Banzamuna on him, over to Meeker. He's going to jab, get in, pump fake, back out to Hurley. Thought about it for a second, driving on Brown. Swings it over to Bradbury. Bradbury, baby hook, no good. Banzamuna with the rebound. It's going to be Wells bringing it up. He's got Hurley guarding him. Over to Banzamuna. Brown in the corner. He's surveying the scenery. Thought about a jumper for a minute there. He's going to swing it over to Johnson. Johnson to Wells in the corner. Wells trying to take his man isolation dribble. He's going to feed it into Bird on the high block. Bird, jab, post up, spin move. Bird hopped up. And Bird is going to get the first 2 points for the Red Devils on a great post-up move.
And that's a great job by Bird there to just control the basketball. I know we talked about that earlier on.
Red Devils implementing a bit of a press here. Brown going to bump Meeker out of bounds and get called for the personal foul. Excuse me, bump Ingles out of bounds. Oh, that foul went to Banzamuna.
And you can tell already Eureka's defense is going to come in really strong.
Yep. Hurley inbounds it. It's going to be Meeker. He's got Brown guarding him. Meeker gets the screen to the basket. Meeker left-hand layup. Wells bringing it up. Red Devils inbound the ball quite fast right there. Banzamuna looking for Brown on that high post. Brown hand off to Banzamuna. Back over to Brown. Brown thought about the three. Pump fake. Banzamuna corner three. No good. Cornell's going to come down with the rebound. It'll be Jane with that rebound. Hurley pushing it up over to Meeker. Meeker, midi jumper. All rim on that one. Banzamuna comes down with the ball. Wells pushing it up here. Wells getting into traffic. Scooping, and no good by Wells. Jane almost came down with it. It's going to stay here. Red Devils ball out on Jane.
Now on that last drive by the Rams, it's a smart move by Hurley to try and kind of push the pace, but at the same time, you have to not be able to knock those down.
Wells, the guard, going to inbound it. Bird, spin move, left hand, blocked there by Hurley. Hurley pushing it up the court. Ingles got it now. Ingles going to bump Brown. Not able to get the layup. Hurley's there to clean him up, and that's 2 points. Another 2 points there for the Rams.
Yeah, Hurley, remember, he had 26 points last game, and he's going to be someone you want to look out for. Can't leave him wide open like that.
Yeah, his season high last game, 26 points for Hurley. We know he can get it going in a hot minute. It's going to be Bird doing some high post up here. Banzamuna, open three. Not able to get that one. Ingles down with the rebound. Hurley pushing it up. 2-on-1. Meeker at the rim. Finishes over Banzamuna. 6-2 early lead here for Cornell College. Got about 17:42 left in this first half. Brown high post. Spin move. Fade over baseline. It's good there. Pee Wee Brown, he's a big fan of that post-up shot.
Yeah, and even with Bradbury guarding him, Brown is still able to use his height advantage.
And they're trying to trap Meeker here in this corner. He's going to get Ingle top of the key. Dipped there by Brown. Not able to get it. Brown going to end up with it. Fast break opportunity here. Brown. Spin move in traffic. Left hand layup. Almost able to finish an and one right there. But Brown will earn himself two free throws.
Yeah, and so far it looks like the Rams may be taking too much of their time. I know I just said they had to push the pace a little bit, but at that same time, Brown is going to, surprise you like that.
Yeah, Brown kind of got Hurley on the spin move there, and when you get a guy in position like that on a spin move, and it's kind of you're using his balance against him, it's going to draw the free throw opportunity right there.
Yeah, that's right. Eureka College Red Devils basketball is made possible by Cornerstone Family Restaurant of Eureka, locally and family owned for nearly 25 years by Michael and Donna Sweeney. Cornerstone Family Restaurant serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day. They are open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Sundays, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. You can dine in, carry out, or order online. Cornerstone Family Restaurant is located on Center Street on the west edge of Eureka. You can get more info or order online at cornerstone-family-restaurant.com.
Johnson, he has the ball. Jane guarding him. Over to Brown, left wing. Brown coming downhill. Isolation opportunity. Over to Johnson, wide open corner three. Johnson not able to get it. Wells tried to tip it in. Wells going to tip it out of bounds. It's going to be Cornell College basketball.
Yeah, and already I can see that the Rams are giving Eureka too many wide open threes. And, so far they've been lucky that they haven't been able to all be knocked down. But later on, that can always change, and that is definitely going to be crucial.
That's a great point there, Matthew. We've seen Johnson, Wells, and Banzamuna all with open three-point opportunities. And it's Jacobson checking into the game and knocking down the quick three. Cornell lead this game 9-5. It's going to be Wells over to Banzamuna. Banzamuna looking for Bird. You got Meeker guarding him. Back up to Brown. Red Devils working the ball around. Johnson using that screen from Bird. Bird kind of faded instead of slipping. Over to Bird cutting. Banzamuna found Bird on cutting from the left wing up, but passed a little too much and it went out of bounds.
That was a nice job there by Bradbury to cut over the middle and be able to defend him.
We got the sophomore, Micah Brewer, checking into this game for Johnson. It's Hurley bringing it up for Cornell. Swings it over to Mika. Again, the Red Devils implementing this early press to kind of maybe force some turnovers. Jacobson, another three. Not able to get that one. Brown down with the rebound. Maybe Brown walking it up. Jane guarding him. Brown drives right. Tapped away. Kick out, corner three. Brewer thought about it. Going to take a floater instead. Not quite able to get it. Red Devils come down with the offensive rebound. It's a scramble. And we're going to get a jump ball here as Hurley and Bird kind of got wrapped up. Trying to see who's going to get the ball here. I think it's going to stay Red Devils ball. But we do have some substitutions. LaSalle checking in for Bradbury for the Cornell side. Excuse me, he's going to check in for Jane.
That's a good move there by Cornell. You saw Brown kind of rush to the rim and get the ball knocked away. That could have been an easy 2 points for Eureka, but instead it's just going to stay with the Red Devils for now.
Wells inbounded it here. Trying to find Bird, going to find Brown. Brown pump fake through the defender, up and under. Brown able to draw the foul against Bradbury. He's going to earn himself another trip to the line. Brown, you know, he's exceptionally well at getting to that free throw line. Last year's game, he was able to get to the line for 12 shots. That's about 6 opportunities at the line. He's good at drawing those and ones and converting his free throws. This is something I've watched him work on continuously going back to Lincoln College to become a much more improved free throw shooter. Brown, he knocks down the first one. Brown going to split the free throws here. Score is 6-9 in favor of Cornell. You got Meeker bringing it up. Brown guarding him in one-on-one situation. Meeker going to get the screen from Bradbury. He's going to kick it out. He thought about it. Over to Hurley. Hurley, he has Benzamuna on him. Hurley driving in, and he's able to finish over Benzamuna.
Good job there by Hurley to push through that tough defense by Eureka.
Benzamuna has it top of the key, kind of directing traffic here into Brown on the mid post. Brewer swings over and get that DHO from Brown. Brewer three up, no good. Meeker defensive rebound. Meeker up to Jacobson. Jacobson down low to Bradbury. Bradbury for an easy two there. We're going to get a timeout here. Coach Wilde not liking what he sees. Cornell College leads this game 13-6. Stay tuned. We're going to take a quick break right here on EC 103.1.
Eureka College Red Devils basketball is made possible by City Blue Technologies of Peoria, an Epson distributor serving Central Illinois. Did you know that North America consumes around 100 million pounds of toner powder annually? This is the equivalent of more than 2.5 billion plastic bottles, 9.5 billion plastic bags, or 116 billion plastic straws. Epson now has precision core heat-free printing as an alternative to laser printers. Learn about sustainable printing solutions from City Blue Technologies at citybluetechnologies.com.
Eureka College Red Devils basketball is made possible by Cornerstone Family Restaurant of Eureka, locally and family-owned for nearly 25 years by Michael and Donna Sweeney. Cornerstone Family Restaurant serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day. They are open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Sundays, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Dine-in, carry-out, or order online. Cornerstone Family Restaurant is located on Center Street on the west edge of Eureka. Get more information or order online at cornerstone-family-restaurant.com.
Welcome back to the broadcast here on EC 103.1. Kareem Burnett with my broadcast partner, Matthew Swan. We had Gonzalez and Carter checking into this game. Gonzalez getting the early 2 points to cut that lead down to 5. We have Ingles shooting up the 3 from the corner. No good there for Cornell.
Yeah, that was a good job there by Gonzalez to kind of switch over there on Hurley. Hurley was not expecting that, and Gonzalez able to knock down that easy bucket.
Gonzalez going to bring it up here for the Red Devils over to Brewer. Brewer going to get that screen from Bird. He's going right, looking for the Bird post up. It's not there. Going to swing it over to Carter. Carter inside to Gonzalez. Thought about a mid-range. He's too smothered there. Brewer top of the key. He's driving left on Hurley. He's going to go up floater. No good. And LaSalle not quite able to track down that rebound. He kind of slid out of bounds with it. So he's going to stay here with the Red Devils.
Yeah, maybe for the Rams, that's probably a better idea to just let that one go out. It looked like it was off of Eureka to begin with, but instead it stays with Eureka. So
Gonzalez going to be the inbound man here. He's going to inbound it right in front of the Cornell bench. Looks like they're running some type of action for Brewer. Getting inside the Brewer. Back out Gonzalez. Bird, right wing. He's going to drive on Hurley. Spin move. And he's stripped there. Ingles with the steal. Ingle going to bring it up. He's going to slow it down. Hurley. Inside. Not quite able to finish that. And it's going to be Red Devils ball as Barnett. He missed the layup there and kind of tipped it out of bounds. 13-18 here in this first half. 13-27 remaining in the first half.
Quick thinking there by Ben Carter to kind of throw his body in. On top of that, not be able to foul for the defensive stop.
Ben Carter going to be the inbound man here. Gonzalez bringing it up. He's going to run the set here. DHO dribble handoff to Carter. Carter's going to find Brewer in the corner. Brewer has Ingle on him. It's over to Brown, left corner. Gonzalez, backdoor cut, mid-range pull-up. No good. And Bird is going to get called for the pushing in the back, offensive foul there. And that was the right call to make. He definitely gave Jacobson a little bit of a forearm push. Ingle going to inbound it here. Meeker going to be the guard, bringing it up. Meeker looking for his coach for some plays. Coach going to call a play for him. Meeker bringing it up center court. Meeker drive on Brown. Meeker up and under. And it's Brown called with the foul there. I don't know. I feel like that foul could have went either way, but it's going to be Meeker ended up with 2 free throws.
Yeah, a little bit of a whistle there, too.
Yeah.
Bird, unfortunately, not able to get away with that one, but
it's going to be Meeker, his first trip at the line here. He's going to miss the first one there. 13-8 here with 13 minutes remaining. We have some substitutions. We have DeJesus checking in for Bird and Dylan Logsdon checking in for Pee Wee Brown here. Right now on the court for the Red Devils, we got Logsdon, Carter, Brewer, DeJesus, and Gonzalez at the 1. Meeker going to split his free throws there to give his team a 6-point lead. Gonzalez gets it up the court in the Logsdon. Logsdon looking for the play here over the Brewer left corner. Now we have Carter working on left court, working on Ingles. Red Devils working the ball here. Going to end up in the hands of Gonzalez on the right wing. Inside post touch to DeJesus. DeJesus corner to Logsdon. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Red Devils got to get something up. Brewer thought about it. Sidestep 3. Knockdown. Sidestep 3 right there from Brewer to cut this down to a 3-point lead.
Brewer with that step back, able to have enough room just to barely get that shot up and over his defender.
Jacobson swings it to Hurley. Back to Jacobson. Jacobson working on Carter. Hurley. Meeker, top of the key, working on Logsdon. Oh my God, Meeker gonna draw the foul there as he kind of got Logsdon with a good in and out move, kind of lost Logsdon there, and Logsdon had no choice but to foul.
Yeah, I was gonna say it kind of looked like Logsdon tripped a little bit, but yeah. At the same time, that could have been a really good move there.
Yeah, that was a good move there by Meeker to get himself another trip to the line. He's gonna knock down the first one this time. I know he's kind of upset about that last missed free throw. 15-11 here, about 12:07 remaining in the first half. Red Devils trail this game by 4. Make that 5 as Meeker goes 2 for 2 at the line this time. Gonzalez bringing it up. He's got LaSalle on him. Carter, top of the key. Going to pick up his dribble inside to Logsdon. Logsdon pivot over to Gonzalez. Gonzalez going one-on-one. He's going to cross over, get into the lane. Not able to get it. Meeker down with the offensive rebound. Cornell going to push the pace here. Meeker thought about taking it all away. He's going to get the swing pass over. And it's going to be Burnett drawing the foul there with that pass from Meeker. His first opportunity at the line.
Red Devils caught a break there. Jacobson was wide open in the left wing in that corner. Gonzalez still on the floor in the back of the court, but fortunately they weren't able to get the pass there in time.
Barnett, first shot at the line. He's going to knock it down to give his team 17 points. Barnett getting ready to shoot his second free throw. And Barnett able to go 2 for 2 there at the line. We're going to get Carter inside to Gonzalez. Gonzalez walking it up the court here. Over the logs, then left corner. Carter. Red Devils slowing it down, trying to get some action going. Dribble handoff to Sam. Back over to Brewer. Brewer, crossover move on James. Brewer trying to get inside. Corner 3 up from Carter. Not able to get it. And it's going to be Jacobson coming down with another rebound as Meeker pushes the pace. Going to end up slowing it down here. Ingles fires up a triple. Not able to get it. Brewer down with the rebound. Brewer pushing it up right corner. Brewer in and out move on James. Brewer and Jane going to get hit with a foul on this play, guarding Brewer.
Yeah, good idea there from the Red Devils to try and push the ball down the court. Maybe find a way to steal a few points here and try to make their way back.
Yeah, only a 7-point game. Only a 7-point game. I mean, no need to panic at all. You got about half of this first half remaining. Red Devils nowhere out of sight of this game. Just a few mistakes and some things we got to clean up on the offense. Gonzalez gets it in to Brewer. Brewer driving on Jane, picking up his dribble. Over to Logsden fires up a triple. Not able to get it. Brewer tracks down the offensive rebound, saves it into Carter. Gonzalez almost able to finish over Meeker. It's going to be Ingle down with the rebound. Swings it over to Meeker. Meeker slowing it down here, getting a screen from Ingles. He's got Brewer guarding him in a one-on-one situation. Top right corner, over to Hurley, top of the key. And Cornell's being super patient with this basketball as Bradbury fires up a triple there. Carter comes down with a defensive rebound. Carter in that low post opportunity this time. Brewer thought about it. Logsden over to Gonzalez. Red Devils swinging his ball around. Ends up in the hands of DeJesus. High post, top of the corner. Brewer trying to make a move on Bradbury. He's doubled there, almost lost it. Carter is going to lose it. Hurley going to come up with the steal. Hurley over to Jane. Jane, fast break layup. He missed that one. We got a bit of a jump ball here as Bradbury and DeJesus were kind of wrestling for that rebound. It's going to stay Cornell ball. 18-11 here. 9:59 remaining in this first half.
That's one of the things I always love to see is just the pure aggression here in basketball. One of the best things you can see.
Now, Matthew, not sure if you noticed, but it looked like we've been trying to run a lot of dribble handoff, kind of feeding it into that high post and swing, trying to get some corner threes. We mentioned it in the first 3 minutes of this game. We were able to get some corner threes. The offense has kind of come to a standstill. What are some things you think we need to do to get that offense back going?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like you said, the Rams defense is kind of starting to heat up here. And, I mean, yeah, as you mentioned, a lot of our work right now is in the post. At that same time, I think here for the Red Devils, maybe try and set a screen, maybe a pick and roll would work, and find a way to get a player to cut to the hoop without being heavily defended.
Bird thought about an ISO move. Brewer knocks down his second triple of the game to cut it down to a 4-point lead. 18-14 here. Cornell leads by 4. Meeker slowing it down over to Hurley. LaSalle with Bird on him. Back to Hurley. Jane thought about it. Ingles gonna take it. Corner 3. In and out. Bird defensive rebound. Bird bringing it up. Bird nice behind the back dribble move. Almost got all the way to the lane. Gonzalez wide open for a mid-range. Didn't know how open he was. Brewer gonna end up with it. Gonna slow it down here. Top of the key. Brewer working Jane. He's got the switch. Ingle on him. Gonzalez in the corner. LaSalle inside to DeJesus. Back out Logsden. Logsden swings over to Gonzalez. Pull up midi. Good from Gonzalez. Red Devils able to cut it down to 2. 18-16. 8:52. You're listening in to EC 103. Matthew Swan and Kareem Burnett.
Red Devils basketball is made possible by Wendy Puff Pizzeria and Pub in Eureka. Locally owned by Mike and Bob Mayo, Wendy Puff Pizzeria offers a unique variety of pizzas, appetizers, salads, and desserts. Wendy Puff is open Tuesday through Thursday from 4 to 9 and Fridays and Saturdays from 4 to 10. Wendy Puff Pizzeria and Pub at 112 South Main Street in downtown Eureka. They also offer online ordering at wendypuff.com.
Welcome back to the broadcast here on EC 103.1. Kareem Burnett with my broadcast partner, Matthew Swan. Matthew, before we left, we were talking about how the Red Devils need to pick up their offense. 2 quick buckets, a 5-0 run here to cut it down to 2. What have you liked from the Red Devils so far?
Yeah, I mean, right before that, we cut into break there. Gonzalez was able to knock down that bucket. Before that, though, I did see DeJesus try to do that screen and then cut to the basket, which is exactly what I was talking about. Maybe more of those plays, and actually executing them is going to really help the Red Devils come back and grab the lead here.
Yeah, we will need some more high motion, low turnover volume offense here. It's only a 2-point game. We talked about that. The Red Devils were never out of this game. You know, some of those, we've seen some of their three-pointers ring in and out. They've been getting some good looks. Just got to knock them down. It's going to be Hurley bringing it up for Cornell here. And I've kind of noticed from Cornell, they've been having a lot of different guys walk the ball up depending on the set. Hurley, LaSalle, wing 3. And LaSalle's going to get the lucky bounce there. And he's going to knock down the triple.
Yeah, LaSalle, 28 minutes in last week's game.
Brewer, left corner. LaSalle harassing him. Nice defense there. Step back, midi from Brewer, no good. Bird able to tip it in on an offensive rebound right there.
That's exactly where that height advantage starts to come in.
Ingles working on Gonzalez. Over to Jane, left corner 3, triple, no good. Bird, another rebound. He's gonna find his guard, Brewer. Brewer bringing it up on the left side. Screen there from Bird. Hopped up, move, swing past the Logsdon, right corner. Another in and out there for Logsdon. Hurley gonna bring it up. Swings it over to Ingle. Ingle back Hurley. Hurley to LaSalle. He wants it. Jane in that corner. Jab step inside to Meeker. LaSalle. Hurley left wide open. Almost an air ball there from Hurley as Bird comes down with that defensive rebound. Gonzalez, in and out move. Brewer, pump fakes. Top of the key, Bird. Meeker on him. Over to Logsdon. Logsdon looking for DeJesus inside. Brewer, top of the key, triple. Not able to get that one. Ingle down with a rebound. Ingle bringing it up here for Cornell. He's going to find Jane on that right side. Back up to Ingle. Back over to Jane, playing hot potato with it. Inside to Meeker. DeJesus able to come up with the steal on Meeker. DeJesus pushing up right. He's going to slow it down. He's going to find Bird on that top of the key. Over to Logsdon. Red Devils with some good ball movement here. Gonzalez, Meeker on him. Hands off to Brewer. Brewer gets into that mid-range. Tried to dip off, pass it into Bird. It's stolen by Hurley. Hurley driving in. Out. Jane, wide open triple. Good. Knockdown triple there from Jane. 24-18 here. 6.5 remaining in the first half. Red Devils trail by 6. DeJesus inside possession of Logsdon. Logsdon working on Jane. Bird inside against Meeker. Not able to finish through the contact. Ingle, another rebound. He's going to push it. 1-on-4. Ingle, stop, pop, triple. Yes, sir. Cornell College back-to-back triples to make this a 9-point lead for the Rams. 27-18 here. When we last went to break, the Red Devils only trailed 2. 9-0 run here for Cornell.
33.3 percentage from behind the line for the Rams now.
Yeah, they missed some easy ones. Kind of the same thing we're seeing on both sides. Some in and out easy opportunity triples missing there. We're going to get some substitutions here. It's going to be Banzamuna, Harvey checking into this game for the Red Devils.
Eureka College Red Devils basketball is made possible by Wendy Puff Pizzeria and Pub in Eureka. Locally owned by Mike and Bob Mayo, Wendy Pub offers a unique variety of pizzas, appetizers, salads, and desserts. Wendy Puff is open Tuesday through Thursday from 4 to 9 and Fridays and Saturdays from 4 to 10. Wendy Puff Pizzeria and Pub at 112 South Main Street in downtown Eureka. They also offer online ordering at wendypuff.com.
Ingle, we've seen him miss a mid-range right there. Bird almost lost it. Over to Harvey. Drives. He's trapped here. Back up top to Jesus. Banzamuna working Ingle. Bird, top of the key. No good. Ingle snagging another rebound. And I mean, he's been all over the glass. Like every defensive rebound from Cornell seems like it's come from Ingle.
Yeah, the Rams always seem to have that one guy on offense and defense who's really starting to stand out here.
Harvey. He's got LaSalle on him. Finds Banzamuna in the corner. Cornell in a bit of a 3-2 zone, I want to say. as LaSalle comes down with a rebound. Excuse me, Jacobson came down with that rebound.
And I think the Red Devils here have to maybe take a break from the three, as that hasn't been working out so far.
LaSalle knocked down. That's been 4 threes in the last 5 possessions for Cornell College as they push it up to a 12-0 run here. Harvey getting the plays from Coach Wilde. Top of the key to Jesus. Inside Banzamuna. Banzamuna, dribble handoff. Back up Banzamuna. Inside the Bird. Bird. And yeah, Cornell College working this 2-3 zone. DeJesus triple from the corner. Not able to get it. Tipped out by Jacobson. And yeah, Red Devils' well has kind of run dry. Not really able to get nothing falling from 3, but with this zone going, it's almost like that's the only opportunity they have. What do you think they need to do to kind of, get inside and get away from the 3 right now?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, just maybe working on a play, allowing a player to cut in the zone. But, I mean, as you can see, it's really hard for Eureka to do that right now. They're being heavily defended, and it doesn't look like the Rams are going to slow down anytime soon.
As Hurley comes up with a steal inside to Meeker. Blocked by Brown, but they're going to call a foul. Brown pinned it to the glass, but I guess they're saying they got him on the arm. And Meeker will earn himself, I believe, his 3rd trip to the line. It's going to be Meeker, his 3rd trip to the line here. We're going to get a timeout from Cornell College. And we're going to stay here during this timeout to kind of talk over what's been going on. We went to our last break, Matthew. The Red Devils, it was 20-18. The Red Devils trailed this game. Now within those 4 to 5 minute span, the Red Devils have let Cornell go on a 12-0 run, and now they trail this game by 12. What's kind of going on?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the Red Devils falling into a slump a little bit here. We know for the Rams on offense, Hurley seems to have a touch on the ball every single drive. And, I mean, whether it's his shooting or his passing, he is able to move the ball around and contribute to that huge lead that the Rams are starting to get.
Yeah, I mean, our offense is kind of gone stale here. We've been given some open looks. That left-hand corner 3 has been open every time. We just haven't really been able to knock it down. I'm sure that'll change going further on in this game. And I mean, if you're the Red Devils and it's not falling now, I'm not saying abandon your game plan, but there's nothing wrong with adjusting your game plan to what happens during the basketball game.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly right. And like you just said, the Red Devils shooting from 3-point range hasn't been successful necessarily, but like you said, just change up the game plan a little bit. And I mean, we know this Red Devils team better than anyone. They definitely have the potential to make a huge comeback later on.
Got some substitutions for the Red Devils out there on the floor. We got Bird, Banzamuna, Provost, Harvey, and Brown. That'll be the 5 for the Red Devils. For the Cornell side, you're looking at Ingles, LaSalle, Jane, Meeker, and Hurley, on the court for on the court for Cornell right now. Meeker gonna miss both free throws, so the game will stay as is. Harvey pushing it up. LaSalle on him over the Bird. Bantamuna inside the Brown. And call for a foul here. There's going to be Ingle. Call for the push foul on Brown as he was posting it up in that high post. It's going to stay here for the Red Devils. It's going to be Harvey inbounded for the Red Devils. As I mentioned, Cornell has been running this, I believe this is a 2-3 zone I'm looking at, so not a lot of one-on-one isolation opportunity for the Red Devils, so you got to move the ball. That's the only way to beat the zone. They get it in to Banzamuna. Brown almost lost it there. Top of the key, screen from Bird. He's got Hurley on him. Brown up and under, scoop, and Brown able to get it in over Hurley to take the cap off the lid, what seemed like it was on forever for the Red Devils.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good move there by Brown to be able to adjust and still get that ball up and in.
Hurley inside, spin move on Brown. Hurley able to get it in over Brown. 32-20 here. 3:50 remaining. Inside to Bird. Bird working on Hurley. Swings it over to Harvey. Harvey, corner three. No good. Meeker skies for the rebound over to Red Devils. Up to Hurley. Brown almost stole it. Hurley past Brown. Swinging to LaSalle. LaSalle going to fire it off. No good from LaSalle. Benzamuna down with the defensive rebound. Hurley pushing up, spin move, picks up his dribble. Bravos corner, inside, Brown. Finds its way back to Harvey. Inside, Bird, spin move. And it's tapped out there by Jacobson. Gonna stay Red Devils ball.
The Red Devils continue to catch a break there on defense. Gonzalez, they keep seeming to leave wide open in that corner. Obviously, we saw Brown try to steal that ball there unsuccessfully, but they did get a little bit lucky there.
Yeah, LaSalle, I think he hit 2 big ones, and he was kind of, heat checking it. He did have Jane wide open in the corner. LaSalle was kind of open himself, but not as open as Jane. Pravos comes off that pin down, not able to get it. Hurley, another rebound. Hurley bringing it up here. Inside, finds his way to Meeker. Meeker driving on Brown. Stop, pop, fadeaway move. 34-20 here for the Cornell College. They lead the game by 14. It's Harvey bringing it up. Pravos over to Benzamuna. Benzamuna, Jacobson on him. Brown, open corner, looking for Bird. Bird is fronted there by Jane. Gets it into Bird. Bird able to finish over Jane. Meeker slowing it down here for his team. A little bit over 2.5 remaining in this first half. Over to Hurley. Hurley spin move on Benzamuna. Up and under. Left hand lay for Hurley. Hurley kind of said something to the Red Devils bench as he was going past. The outlet pass for Bird. Not able to get it. And Jacobson ends up with the steal. Jacobson pushing it up for Cornell. Jacobson, stop, pop, 3. We got an air ball there from Jacobson.
Yeah,
kind of feeling himself.
Once again, Gonzalez wide open in that corner. Nobody seems to see him there. But back to that last drive, we did see Hurley knocked on that bucket. Definitely, he's not afraid to play in some contact.
And checking in, we got Wells checking into the game for the Red Devils. He'll be subbing in for Bird. Harvey bringing it up. Haven't seen Amari Wilson. He started this game, but we haven't seen him since. And as I say that, he comes to the scoring table, getting ready to check in. Bravos, screen from Wells.
He can hear us from here.
Yeah, he can. Brown, pump fake on Jane. Gonna get a screen from Wells. Brown, step back, out to Harvey. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Wild pass there from Harvey, not able to get it in. LaSalle comes up with the steal. Behind the back move on Bravos. Jane drives in. Wells meet him at the basket. Wells blocked it. He smothered it. Brown in and out move on Bradbury. Brown tried to draw the foul. Wells floater game. Wells gonna score his first 2 points of the night to cut it down to 12.
Good job by Wells there to get the rebound in. Make sure to be able to have him knock down that bucket.
Hurley tried to finish over Benzamuna. Wells there to clean it up. Harvey bringing it up. Harvey over to Brown left corner, looking for a Wells post up. Wells trying to post up Bradbury. Bradbury fronting him on the post. Benzamuna top of the key. Finding over to Bravos. Wells still looking for it, not able to find Wells.
This is where that screen play would work.
You're exactly right, and they try to go to the screen. Wells didn't really sell it hard, went for a slip. 3 seconds on the shot clock, gets it into Wells. So I think we're going to get a 3 seconds. Wells was trapped in the lane too long. And I kind of feel like Wells didn't do a good job of keeping the hit. He had a smaller defender on him than Bradbury. Bradbury looked like he's kind of strong, but I feel like Wells could have done a better job of getting in front of Bradbury and kind of setting his position and not let Bradbury front him on the post.
Yeah, and Wells, really all he just needs to do there is be able to use his size advantage against Bradbury. And like you said, he wasn't able to do that, but that's something he needs to be a little bit more confident in, and in the long run, it'll make a huge difference.
Brown, he's got Ingles guarding him. We're going to get a foul here. Excuse me, that was Hurley guarding Brown, and Hurley going to pick up that foul against Brown. It's going to say a forearm. 36-24. 36 seconds remaining in this first half. Red Devils trail this game by 12, and it's going to be Brown. The Red Devils will be in a bonus, so Brown will be shooting free throws. Try to make it a 10-point game.
Eureka Red Devils basketball is made possible by City Blue Technologies of Peoria and Epson Distributors serving Central Illinois. Did you know that North America consumes around 100 million pounds of toner powder annually? This is the equivalent of more than 2.5 billion plastic bottles, 9.5 billion plastic bags, or 116 billion plastic straws. Epson now has precision core heat free printing as an alternative to laser printers. Learn about sustainable printing solutions from City Blue Technologies at citybluetechnologies.com.
Brown able to make both of his free throws. It's now looking at 26-36 here. Basically, Cornell has the entire shot clock. It's about a 5 seconds difference between the game clock and the shot clock. So I'm almost 100% expecting Cornell to burn some clock here.
Yeah, Red Devils need to make a huge stop here to carry that momentum into the second half.
Yeah, Andrew Coker, he's checking into the game for his first minutes of the game. Meeker working on Coker. He's able to get by up and under. Kind of got Wells in the air and scoop up and under. A steal there almost by Cornell. Wilson up, Banzamuna, 4 seconds remaining. Banzamuna got it up, not able to get it. We got a hard foul here off the ball from Wells, as I think he thought Banzamuna was throwing him an alley-oop.
Yeah, it definitely appeared that way, and unfortunately he wasn't able to be there in time, and it actually ended up in the hands of the wrong team. So,
and this was the complete opposite opportunity you wanted. If you're the Red Devils, not only did you allow Cornell to score to boost it back up to 12, but you fouled off the ball, and now Meeker's going to go back to the line to possibly make it a 14-point game before the halftime.
Rams only missed 3 free throws so far here in this first half.
Meeker going to the line with 1.6 remaining. And I got to ask you, Matthew, it's been kind of up and down for the Red Devils this game. We saw stretches where it seemed like they were getting back in it. And then they allowed Cornell to go on a 12-0 run. What's some things you think they need to do in the second half to clean that up?
Yeah, I mean, really it's just all offense, right? I mean, obviously you have to, at the same time, prevent Cornell from continuing to build up their lead here, but Eureka just needs to heat up their offense, and we keep talking about maybe what type of game plan they can start using, and obviously with, the players they have, I'm sure they'll figure something out.
It'll be Wells earning himself a trip to the line as he was pushed in the back by the Cornell defense, and as I mentioned, the Red Devils are in the bonus, so Will, with his first trip at the line tonight, he already has an early 2 points, looking to add to that. Maybe cut into this lead a little bit going into the halftime. Maybe make it an 11-point game. Wells taking his time, lines up the first free throw. It is a 1-and-1 since it's a bonus. Wells able to knock it down. It's now a 12-point game. So Wells will earn himself a second free throw opportunity. That's how the bonus works in college basketball. The first bonus is a 1-and-1. The second bonus is free throws regardless, 2 free throws regardless of what happens. Wells going to knock down both free throws there to make it an 11-point game. Cornell gets it in. Half-court heave, no good. All right, 39-28 here as the Red Devils lose this half by 11. Matthew, we kind of already mentioned it, but if you want to reiterate yourself, what are some things the Red Devils will need to do in this second half to get back into this game?
Yeah, I mean, in the very early stages of this first half, we saw the Red Devils come in hot. They were ready to play. It was a close game for almost the entire, for half of this first half, and then they started to slip away, right? And the biggest thing, they've been controlling the ball just fine. The biggest thing is just finding that spark of momentum, being able to be confident in your gameplay, and obviously use that to your own ability and advantage.
It sounds like confidence and execution is a big factor going into this second half, but that's all we have for this first half. Continue to tune in. We'll be right back with you. Kareem Burnett, Matthew Swan, here on EC 103.1.
The Pegasus has been Eureka College's news source since 1889. Reports from the Pegasus can now be heard on EC 103.1. I'm Emily Virgil, Pegasus Editor-in-Chief. Catch your 2-minute Pegasus news update weekdays at 8:20, 12:20, and 5:20 right here. We'll discuss events happening all over campus and let you know what the Pegasus staff has planned for its next issue. It's the 2-minute Pegasus news update weekdays at 8:20, 12:20, and 5:20 on EC 103.1.
For over a century, local radio has evolved with the needs of the community. From politics to pop culture, we keep you informed, bringing you the most relevant news on air, online, and on the go. You have trusted us with your news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Trust us to keep moving with you. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress local broadcasting is here to stay.
Hello, and welcome to the Eureka College Halftime Show. I'm here with the theater director, Cheyenne Flores. How are you doing today, Cheyenne?
I'm lovely. How are you?
I'm doing really well. Thank you for asking. I'd like to start by asking what your background in theater is.
Oh, absolutely. So, like most theater people, I started my background at community theater at the local opera house. And then from there, once I had opportunities in high school, I jumped on them, did everything that I could. Once I went to undergrad, I was like, yes, this is what I want to do. I want to do a career in theater. I studied mainly costuming. That was honestly my first love. But I realized there was more out there for me, more that I wanted to do. So I went and got my Master of Arts from Illinois State University, and now I'm here.
Do you have any plans to continue your education in theater?
Absolutely. I want to go get my PhD, but mainly because I want to teach college students at the end of the day, and that is the next logical step for me.
Oh, that makes total sense. What made you fall in love with theater?
Theater has this ability to just encapsulate this magical idea and just the spectacle of it all. Just the lights, the cameras, the costumes, the dancing. I've always loved that aspect, but most importantly, it's imagination at the end of the day. We were kids in the backyard playing princesses and heroes, and now we're on stage playing princesses and heroes and maybe a villain or two.
So imagination really fills the drive for being on stage as an actor.
Absolutely. When people ask me where I come from, I always say that I've had a creative heart, and I just want to keep creating, and I want to keep giving students access to create things that they wouldn't normally think of.
Yeah. Continuing our imagination into adulthood.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I love that. How has your experience been at Eureka College Theater?
Eureka College has honestly been one of the best experiences for me. I kind of got thrown in halfway through the year, and I didn't know what I had entailed. But I have the most dedicated students because it's a smaller college, because we have the sources that we have. I require a lot from my students to get the production to a point that it needs to be, and you guys, because you are one of my acting students, you have put so much effort and so much energy into what it is. It makes my job easier, to be honest.
That's amazing. It's definitely been a delight to be a part of such an experience from a student standpoint. What are your hopes for the future of Eureka College Theater?
My hopes is always to expand. I want more people in the theater, more people comfortable with being involved in theater, whether they have a theatrical background or not. You know, theater is supposed to be a welcoming space. It's all about ensemble work. Our goal, believe it or not, is to make friends in a lot of ways, and to make beautiful experiences for both the audiences and for ourselves. We only ever have maybe 3 months to do something, so to have a bigger collective will always be my goal. Always bring more in.
Have you enjoyed doing the smaller shows?
I do enjoy the smaller shows. Last semester we had an all-female cast, and that was a really unique experience. Honestly, I don't think it's an experience I will have very often in my life. And to have an all-female cast means that we get to joke in different ways. The environment was a little bit different, but I look forward to bringing in as many students so that they know what it's like, we have this scary idea of standing in front of the stage, but really it can be a lot of fun. I know I've told you this, and I've told my other students, when you're on stage, imagine you're talking to your best friend. And that's what I always hope for all of them, that we all become best friends. Well, you guys can be friends.
Yes. What has been your favorite part of being a part of Eureka College Theater?
Honestly, just the memories. The rehearsals, the group text, the late night emails wondering, do we have rehearsal tomorrow? All of you guys, or at least my experience so far, is all my students also have jobs, they have academic careers, they have all these other aspects, and theater is just another job for them to take on. So my hopes is that we continue to build a welcoming environment for others to come in. You know, I've worked with students that didn't have a theatrical background before. And then there's those who do have a theatrical background. And we find this beautiful middle ground of being like, oh, this is how I can help you. This is how I can get you where we all collectively need to be. So to make theater about building friendships, building connections, building experiences for both the ensemble and audience, I think Eureka College has nothing but endless possibilities of where that can go.
Do you have a favorite memory from the previous shows you've done here?
Oh, that one's a hard one too. I will say, just last night I made all of you guys do Just Dance. Yes. As a warm-up, we played Just Dance, and that was a lot of fun.
That was very fun.
For the Wolves, there was a lot of fun memories of learning how to do the stretches and learning the tempo, learning all of those aspects. Just a lot of laughs, a lot of jokes, and it's one of those situations that even 20 years from now, you could tell your potential children in your life, hey, one time I played a soccer player and she had to have a mental breakdown on stage. And it was honestly a really rewarding experience. Yeah. And you learn and you grow and you have these funny little memories that you forget about until you're like, oh, that's where that jersey came from in the back of my closet.
It's beautiful. Is there anything you would like to end on today?
I would just like to remind people that theater is for everyone. It's for anyone and everyone. I love working with people from different backgrounds. I love working with people who are new to theater, who haven't been around theater for a lot, or who left theater and are choosing to come back. Approaching theater in this new adult life of yours as college students means you get to approach more serious subjects, and I hope to bring that to students, stuff that they care about, stuff that they find entertaining, but also stuff that makes them grow a little bit. That's always my hope.
It's amazing. It was so wonderful to talk with you today, Cheyenne. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Of course. Happy to be here.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
"Hey, you got this. Just breathe." Hey, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Would you let your car drive for you? I'm Dr. Lynn Pascarella, President of the American Association of Colleges and Universities. And today on the Academic Minute, Catherine Robinson-Tay, PhD student in Science and Risk Communication at Washington State University, determines what might stop you.
It will likely take more than knowledge to overcome negative risk perceptions of fully autonomous vehicles. According to our research, it will take trust, specifically trust in a vehicle's reliability and performance. Autonomous vehicles, if widely adopted, could make road travel dramatically safer. Some researchers predict autonomous vehicles will reduce accidents by 90% through the elimination of human error. But for that potential to be realized, people have to be willing to buy them. And many Americans, or about 44% according to a 2022 Pew Research poll, have negative perceptions of them. It is commonly thought that simply teaching people about a technology will be enough to persuade them to accept it. But other research has shown that knowledge alone is not enough to sway people's attitudes about complex scientific or technological topics, like climate change or genetic engineering. Because of this, we wanted to understand how knowledge and trust might relate to people's risk perceptions around autonomous vehicles. To do this, we conducted a representative cross-sectional survey of 323 U.S. adults. We found no direct relationship between participants' knowledge and their risk perceptions of autonomous vehicles. Instead, knowledge was only related to risk perceptions through the mediation of trust. Our findings point to a need to build that trust with the public if fully autonomous vehicles are to ever take the roads. We recommend that proponents should do their best to honestly communicate their benefits and their risks in an effort to increase both knowledge and trust.
We also recommend increasing opportunities for people to interact with autonomous vehicles, as experience can show people how the technology functions and thereby reduce uncertainty. With these recommendations, we hope people can better understand the technology and make the best choice for themselves.
And that was Catherine Robinson Tay of Washington State University. You can find this, other segments, and more information about the professors at academicminute.org.
Production support for the Academic Minute comes from AAC and U, advancing liberal learning and research for the public good.
A better way to produce green hydrogen. I'm Randy Simon, and this is Earthwise, a look at our changing environment. Hydrogen has great potential as a fuel and an energy carrier for many applications. Burning it or consuming it in fuel cells does not produce carbon emissions. As a result, there's long been the vision for a future hydrogen economy. Whether the hydrogen economy would ever come about, given how various other technologies have evolved over time, is questionable. But regardless, hydrogen is valuable for many industrial and commercial applications, including the manufacture of ammonia and the refining of metals. Hydrogen is produced in industrial quantities from natural gas by a carbon dioxide producing process known as methane steam reforming. To take its place as a green energy source, hydrogen needs to be produced by splitting water into its constituent oxygen and hydrogen components by the process of electrolysis. The problem is economic. Methane steam reforming produces hydrogen at a cost of about $1.50 per kilogram. Green hydrogen costs about $5 a kilogram. Researchers at Oregon State University have developed a new photocatalyst that enables the high-speed, high-efficiency production of hydrogen. The material, called RTTA, is a metal organic framework containing ruthenium oxide and titanium oxide. Ruthenium oxide is expensive, but very little is needed. For industrial applications, if the catalyst shows good stability and reproducibility, the cost of the small amount of this exotic material becomes less important. The photocatalyst, when exposed to sunlight, quickly and efficiently splits water, yielding hydrogen. The Oregon State discovery has real potential. Earthwise is a production of WAMC. Find us on social media at WAMC Radio and listen anytime at WAMCpodcasts.org.
And welcome back to second half coverage here on EC 103.1. I'm your host, Kareem Burnett, with my broadcast partner, Matthew Swan. Red Devils currently trail this game 39-28 here at Cornell College. As I mentioned, me and Matthew Swan here. Matthew, we got first half stats in front of us. What are some things that stand out, some things you want to go over?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing on Cornell's side, you have Hurley and Meeker. They're both shooting the ball really well right now. Hurley 4 for 6. Meeker is their top shooter right now, shooting over 500%. And, I mean, for the Red Devils, obviously not the way they wanted to end the first half. They kind of had that negative run against them. The biggest thing I think they need to do, I mean, there's a variety of things, but I'll just list off one of them right now. They just need proper spacing, right? They've been heavily defended all game, and they just need to find a way to break free and kind of find a route to be able to get a few buckets and add on.
Yeah, three-point shooting has been the thing we've lacked so far. Only 2 threes in this game. We're 2 for 16. Let's see if we'll be able to pick that up in the second half. We have Wilson checking back into this game. Johnson over to Bird. Bird mid-post working on Ingle. Johnson wide open. Bird not able to find Johnson inside to Wilson. Wilson hop step. Tried to make a pass to Manzamuna, not able to get it. Hurley comes up with the steal. Ingle. He's got Bird on him. Inside to Hurley. Hurley working Wales. Jane pull up midi jumper. No good. Jane able to get his own offensive rebound. And that's something we haven't seen a lot from the Cornell, as we got Meeker working Johnson. Spin move. Post fade. Not able to get the lucky bounce. Manzamuna comes down with the rebound. Over to Brown. Bradbury guarding him. Brown thought about a pull up. Over to Manzamuna. Johnson corner 3. Not going to take it. Red Devils working that ball on the perimeter. Ends up in the hands of Benzamuna. Benzamuna tries to drive, not able to get it. Outside to Brown. Brown drive, dump in past the Wales. And he's smothered there by Meeker, but going to get called for the foul. It's going to be a jump ball. Meeker got a block there on Bird and got the jump ball. I felt Bird was in great position sitting there in the dunker spot. It was a great dip-off pass from Brown, but Meeker's there waiting on him.
Yeah, and I mean, Red Devils may be taking a little too much time on their drives here. Obviously, you don't want to rush, but at the same time, if you wait too long, turnovers are going to happen.
And Bird with a hop-step move over Hurley. He's kind of ticked off from that block a few minutes ago there by Meeker. He's guarding him. He picked him up 94, and he just got himself a bucket. Brown able to get the steal. Brown, fast break. Him and Hurley to beat. Hurley blocks Brown. Benzamuna, offensive rebound. Benzamuna, 2 points. Red Devils able to cut this down to a 7-point lead quick, and we're going to get a timeout, and we all